Sabres hockey is brought to you by First Niagara, the official bank of the Buffalo Sabres. Labatt Blue Light, the official Canadian import of the Buffalo Sabres. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western New York, the official health plan of the Buffalo Sabres, reminds you that healthy changes everything. Your local Toyota dealer. Where will Toyota take you? Test drive one at your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Closed captioning for Buffalo Sabres broadcast brought to you by Buffalo Hearing and Speech Center. Better hearing starts at Buffalo Hearing and Speech Center, serving Western New York for 60 years.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Our starting goaltenders are brought to you by Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop. Great tasting food, amazing prices, and it will be Anders Nilsson who will be the starting netminder for the New York Islanders this afternoon/evening. And at the other end of the ice, making his first start in the National Hockey League, he came on in relief of Matt Hackett yesterday in Boston, will be Connor Knapp. This broadcast brought to you in HD by the new Stereo Advantage. Visit the new Stereo Advantage located on Worley Drive behind ECC North. Denny Leroux, Francis Chiron, they are the referees. And Mark Shuchuk and Trent Knorr will be working the lines here at First Niagara Center on the last game of this season for both teams. In fact, for the entire National Hockey League, the last day of the regular season. And now Trent Knorr was over near the penalty box, and he heads back to center ice for the union meeting among the officials, and we get things ready to go as Girgensons, wearing an A today, will come on and take the face off against another fellow wearing an A, Frans Nielsen. Kick back at center ice and work back for Ristolainen. Tallinder looking to Ristolainen, finding him. Back for Tallinder. Tallinder trying to gain center ice so he can clear it in, and he does. Nilsson comes out to play it around on the boards. Kept in by Mitchell. He charges after it in the corner again. Got it to Girgensons, but it got away behind the net. Kamenik is chased into the corner by Girgensons. And finally knocked free by Bailey, who got it up on the line, but not out of the zone. Now it's cleared as far as center ice. Sabres trying to get it back again. Finally, Tallinder does. To Ristolainen. He wheels it ahead. Hudson deflecting it in on his way to the bench. Nilsson comes out to play it back there and leave it for Hickey. Hickey will slide it up on the wing, and the Islanders bringing it back again. In over the Buffalo line, broken up and tapped back to center ice as Nilsson couldn't connect with it. It goes back down the ice and is leaving it there, and the shot is right beside the net and caroms around on the boards. All the way back to center where Weber swings it over to McBain. McBain rips it back to the other side. That's picked off and taken away by Mayfield. He'll get in over the line and work it in deep with a shot that went off the leg, cleared to the boards, kicked free, and sent on to center ice. Foligno tried to spear it through the middle, couldn't do it, and taken back by Strome. Strome attempting to get away. He got to the Buffalo line, but he left the puck there. And carrying on is Donovan, taking the shot, blocked by Weber, and recovered by Matt Martin in the corner. Martin steered it in behind the net. Islanders get it out in front, and it's chopped high and wide by McDonald. Back into the corner again. Islanders keeping some pressure on in the Buffalo end. Back to the point. And worked along the boards to Martin. Martin taps it on into the corner, picked up by Cizikas. He leaves it there. Back to the point to Donovan again. Donovan drifts it to the corner. Martin comes up with it and shovels it around behind the net to McDonald. McDonald turning, bothered by Leno, who took it away. Leno rolled it on into the corner. Weber hacks at it and dribbles it down the ice, but it's going to dribble just far enough to be an icing. And that's after a long shift for Buffalo.
Well, Mike Weber getting involved here early like he always does, physically and blocking shots. Here he drops down, gets this one with his right leg. He turns his head to protect himself. He prevents that puck from getting through to Connor Knapp.
And Weber now flings it off the boards and gets it to center. And Buffalo begins to make a much-needed change. Long pass up on the wing. Gallant gets in over the line. He steers it off into the corner, and here's Scott now, ready to go back at center ice with Justin Johnson. Scott and Johnson are going to be allowed. The officials stand back and say, go ahead, start throwing them. And Scott does start throwing them as he connects, and then Johnson comes back with a few. Scott and Johnson teeing off, and down on the ice goes Scott as Johnson caught him with a beauty.
Well, that he did. And John Scott went on the ice, and he was looking for this. He wanted to make this happen. These two guys talked in warm-up. They were stretching near each other. They talked the whole time. And you'll see Big John, when he steps on the ice, goes right at him. Johnson's waiting for him. They wanted to make this go.
They sure wanted to make it happen.
Yeah,
and
they did. I'll tell you, I'm trying to look up this Johnson guy here just in the notes. All it says he's from Anchorage, Alaska. I don't know.
Must have been wrestling bears or something
he was.
up there.
He
Because
looks like a bear. Man, he's a big little boy.
well, they're both sitting in the penalty box for well-deserved 5-minute majors. I would imagine the penalties have not been announced yet. Tipped in behind the net. Recovered by Buffalo, swung up the middle, and now deflected by Konopka to center ice. They did get majors apiece. Brought back in by Hickey, taken away by McCabe, who gets it on to center, and it's rolled in over the line, and wrestling in after it now is Weber. Wilson with a shot. Another whack at it, and it's cleared around behind the net. Now recovered by Hickey. He shoveled it ahead and got it as far as center ice. Pezic taking it back. Pezic swings it on to McCabe. McCabe looking up on the wing, feeds it over. The Girgensons getting it over the line, trying to cut in. He went to his forehand and tried to jam it in the short side, but Nilsson made the save. Get back in the corner again. They'll jam it around on the boards, and it's tapped out to center ice. Tallinder is back to collect it. He leaves it there to Ristolainen. Back for Tallinder, but he'll have to wait for it coming off the boards. Then he fanned on it. It's kept in, and Nielsen shot right on. And Neff makes the save on Franz Nielsen. Cleared to the blue line and dumped back in again. They roll it on into the corner, jamming away at the puck on the boards. It's kicked free before Lee could come up with it. Sabres trying to dig it out of there. Mitchell took a whack at it, but it's kept in by Nielsen. He got it around behind the Buffalo net. And it's tapped out in front by Bailey and worked to the boards and set to the blue line and out to center. That's taken back by Churchman, who got it across ice, and he got leveled by Ennis. Got back in over the line, going in on goal. It's Foligno, and no penalty. And play carries on. Holy mackerel. Now it's bounced in wide of the Buffalo net. Back after it, McBain. McBain sending it ahead. Ennis stumps it back. Weber got it up on the wing, helped on in by Foligno. And recovered and sent around on the boards. And Foligno comes over and he takes out his man, and the bodies are tumbling everywhere as Brock Nelson went to the ice and now comes up with the puck. Here's Foligno taking another run at him, and Nelson chopped him across the back of the legs, and the referee lets it carry on. Sliding down the ice, it's tucked off into the corner. Weber swings it along the boards. Conacher can't get it out. They roll it into the corner again. Tipped around by Pearson. Recovered by Buffalo, but not out of the zone. Back to the point. And now it's cleared across ice. Here Donovan taking the shot, and McNabb, or Connor Knapp, is going to hang on to it. And again, a little pushing and shoving going around. But boy, oh boy, there's been a few plays here that fans are looking somewhat askance at.
Well, if you think this game doesn't mean anything, these guys are still playing hard. They still have their pride in the line at this point. And here, Marcus Foligno busts through 3 Islanders. He's hauled down, no call. He embellished a little bit, and maybe that's why the call was not made. And then the physical side of the game picks up. Ennis comes across, hammers his man right in front of the penalty box, and Marcus Foligno had 2 hits that shift as well.
Now sent as far as center ice. Pezic getting it back. Pezic tried to steer it ahead, but it caroms all the way back to Leno, who will leave it back there. McCabe, he takes a look. Jake McCabe getting it off, and it's dumped in by Pezic. Round on the boards and out of play. 5.5 minutes into this opening period.
Now earlier here in this period, Connor Knapp comes up with a save. on Nielsen. Turnover by Tallinder. Right at the top of the circle. And you see him out on top of the crease there, cutting the angle down. We're exactly where he needs to be. And he makes the save.
Steered across ice. Churchman going after it. He got it on to center ice. Broken up there by Ellis. But carrying on to the corner after it, Homo. And he slides it out in front. And that's taken away by Mitchell. Mitchell sending it to center ice, but broken up and now cleared on in by Tallinder. Islanders tapping it back to Churchman behind the net. Got it along the boards. Ristolainen took his man out. Gallant. And it's going to be taken and scooped high in the air through center into Buffalo territory. No icing. Ristolainen going back after it, pumping with Homo. Ristolainen takes it away. Mitchell gets it on for Ellis. Up on the wing. And it's hooked in deep by Hudson. Kirkner. He sends it to center ice to Lee. Lee gaining the Buffalo line. Drops it off. Comes back again. Kept in by Donovan. Cleared it in front of the net. Went all the way to the corner. Now settled around to the boards and out to center. And Foligno trying to catch up with it. He got it in over the line but couldn't control it. And it's recovered by Nielsen. Nielsen sends it to center but gives it away. And it caroms right back to the Islander goaltender, Anders Nilsson. He'll flip it off into the corner. Donovan looking to get it out and uses the glass to send it through center. Knocked down at the blue line, tipped ahead, and fired by Konopka up on the wing. Delorier trying to catch up with it. Delorier takes his man out in the corner. And it's tapped to the blue line and out to center ice. Bailey can't get anywhere. Worked over for McCabe, a rolling puck, and he fired it through the middle. That did not connect with anybody. It's going to be icing against Buffalo.
It's a great feeling when the Sabres win.
Last year, we won over 2,000 cases for our clients. So if you need help, give us a call.
They'll drop the puck in the Buffalo end, but it's tipped to the corner, and Pezic is the first one there to squeeze it behind the net for McCabe. McCabe shoveled it ahead, and out to center ice it comes. Delorier coming away. Delorier in over the line. He busts to the outside, took the backhand that went wide. All the way around to McCabe. McCabe takes a long shot, knocked down in front of the net, and it jumped away as Ellis tried to smack it out of the air. Finally tipped on to center. Islanders bring it back again, broken up by Buffalo. McCabe chasing after it. McCabe takes a solid hit from Nelson, but got it down the ice, and again the Sabres are tagged with an icing. Stay tuned for the Karuba Collision coming up later in the game, and join us during the first intermission for the Karuba Collision of the Year winner. Cizikas on the face-off, loses it to Girgensons, and it's spun off the boards and hit somebody. Maybe Rob Ray, did it?
It hit the post right beside me, RJ.
It was close. It was close. 12:08 remaining. We're in the first period. A fight, no score.
There's no score here in Buffalo. 12:08 left in the first period. Our Hyundai leaders, the Sabre hit leaders, Mike Weber, 206. Marcus Foligno, 205. They each have one here in this game here tonight, this afternoon. And Weber also leads the team with 157 blocks.
So this will be an interesting race to the final whistle this afternoon between Weber and Foligno, if for nothing else.
Well, you see Marcus out there. He's got a burr up. He's running around tonight pretty good.
There's a shot that gets blocked and is sent through center, but it broke the stick of Mitchell, and he has to go to the bench. Hodgson racing after it, but tipped behind the net by Churchman, who got it into the corner and paid the price as Girgensson stepped into him, and then it goes out of play again. Justin Johnson, who got in the fight with John Scott right after the start of this hockey game. It's only his second game in the NHL. He's 33 years old. Boy, he came up the tough way, huh?
Well, sometimes, RJ, when teams are looking for certain things and you're in the right place at the right time, you get that opportunity.
I guess. Ristolainen saves it. And Ristolainen got run by Johnson, and Johnson went tumbling to the ice, and there's a penalty coming up to the Islanders. Into the corner, fired up the side of the net by Ellis, and now recovered by the Islanders, and they will be shorthanded.
And Justin Johnson is going to the box here.
He's looking for a partner first.
Yeah, he got an interference call coming across, hitting Ristolainen in front of the penalty box. Yeah, he came right off. As soon as he comes right across the ice, Ristolainen's coming up the far wall. Makes the play with the puck and then just finishes his check. But a little too late for the likings of the referee.
Back to the point to Ristolainen. He swings it across ice. Tipped into the circle, but broken up and fired down the ice by the Islanders. This Sabres power play brought to you by New Wave Energy. Visit nwaveenergy.com to join the power behind the Buffalo Sabres. Use offer code SABRES. Tipped in over the line and swung in deep by Conacher. Conacher tried to get in there again. It hit the referee. Kept in by Stafford to Ennis. Ennis swings it around in the corner and leaves it to Stafford. Back to the point. Ristolainen works it across ice. And a quick shot that deflected just wide. Ennis has it in the corner. Tipping it back to Ristolainen. He gets it over on the other side. Fed into the corner off a skate. Picked up by Hudson. Hudson tried to jam it in front. He got it back in front. Now it's tipped back to Ristolainen. Faked his shot. Drops it off. Kept in by Stafford on the other side. And Hudson fanned on it. And it's going to be tapped down the ice by Nielsen. A minute remaining in the power play for Buffalo. 10.5 to go in a scoreless first period. McCabe swings it on to center, but getting checked is Leno. And Leno has to hustle back as Cizikas was right on him. Now Leno gets it back again and leaves it in behind the net. Putting on the brakes, Girgensons. Girgensons gains center. Tips it in over the line, lost it at the last second though, and Martin drags it free, and it'll be slipped down deep into the Buffalo end. Pezic and Martin chasing down after it. Martin trying to tie it up on the boards to take off some more time on the clock. Only Girgensons knocks it away, but not out of the zone. A long shot, and that went wide of the Buffalo net and all the way out to center ice. Knapp is back in behind his net to pick it up and leave it there for McBain as the Islanders return to full strength. McBain gaining the line. Here's McBain walking in the shot. Scores! Jamie McBain, close to close, just after the penalty expires, and Buffalo 1-0 lead.
Well, Jamie McBain getting his 6th goal of the season here in the very last game of the season. Here just surveying the situation, just deciding I can hang on to the puck. There's plenty of room. Let me take the time and space. And a great move at the line. And as soon as he made that move, he was in a great position on his off wing that he could take a couple more strides here and just take the shot on net, catching the goaltender far side. And just inside the post.
Now back it goes to Hickey. Hickey got it as far as center ice. Gallant gets checked by Weber. They whack away at the puck right at center. It's brought in over the line by Mayfield. He got turned around. And McCabe got it around behind the net. Scott trying to get it out of there. Takes a bump from Gallant. McCabe gets punched against the boards by Homo. And now it's rolled to the blue line and out to center ice. Scott trying to reach for it. Hamonic got back in time. Hamonic swings it up on the wing. Gallant will fire it in off the leg of McCabe. And it'll go to the corner and be rolled around on the boards. And tipped ahead and picked up and sent to center ice. Went behind Girgensons. And on the corner. Hudson couldn't catch up with it. Kartner gets it up on the wing. Nielsen trying to get away. He gets checked. Tallinder knocked it free, and it's rolled over now to Ristolainen. Ristolainen's cross-ice pass is deflected in after Hudson got knocked down by Kartner from behind. Ristolainen up with it once more. He takes a shot. That's right on. Cleared off into the corner. Rolled in behind the net to try to get it out in front. Girgensons has got it back behind the net. Now tips it back to Ristolainen. He got it into Girgensons again. Girgensons in front. The shot is right on. And kicked away after Mitchell let it go. And then Ristolainen comes over and he steps in the lead. Now Buffalo going back to gain possession again. Picked up by Tallinder. 8 minutes remaining in the period. Swung across ice. Stafford trying to pick it up. And he runs into Cizikas. And it's tipped in over the line and recovered by the Islanders. Long pass ahead for Martin is too far, and it's no icing. Waved around into the corner. McBain getting away from Martin, but he left it there, and Martin picks it up. Martin jams it back around on the boards. Islanders swinging it free. Back to the point it comes. A quick shot right on. And Knapp grabs that one and hangs on as Chichman let it go. 7:23 remaining here in the first period. Jamie McBain makes it 1-0 Buffalo. The Ford dealers of Western New York replay brought to you by the Ford F-150 with EcoBoost. Built Ford tough.
Well, Connor Knapp in his first NHL start, his second appearance, gets an assist on Jamie McBain's goal here. He stops the puck behind the net, and then Jamie takes it coast to coast and puts it into the net. So congratulations to Connor Knapp.
We're searching to see if the goaltender making his first start in the league has ever received an assist. Here's the Islanders keeping it in now, getting it out in front of the net, and it's tapped just wide. Chasing after it is Pearson. Pearson fed it back in behind the net, and it comes all the way back to the point. Hickey couldn't control it, and recovered by Foligno. Foligno going behind his goal, sends it around on the boards, and it's whipped out to center, a little too far for Ennis, who charges after it, but Hamonic recovered just in time, and Hickey's pass goes to center ice. Now dumped in over the line on a delayed offside. Ennis got it out of the zone. Stafford starts back. He's by himself. And then he tried to feed it on to Ennis. But it's picked off and taken away by Strome. Strome getting it ahead and over the line. Hamonic, and he got squeezed off the play. Keswick leads the rush back again. Keswick's pass through the middle. Left there, and a shot by Delorier is right on and held by Nilsson. As part of fan appreciation time, fans watching on MSG will have the chance to win prizes throughout the broadcast. You can enter the contest by scanning a unique QR code that is displayed on the screen, or by logging on to www.sabres.com/fan. You only need to register once to be eligible for the prizes. Register now. The winner of a Zemgus Girgensons autographed jersey will be announced at the end of the first intermission.
Can you repeat that, please?
In just a moment, I will. Why do they always give me the long ones when the play's
The only one that can read.
Well, that we know. Here's Buffalo trying to knock it free, but getting knocked down from behind is Leno. He gets up again, trying to scoot it behind the net. He's still battling in the corner. He had Kartner. The officials are rather lenient here. There's going to be an icing coming up now against Buffalo.
Blue Cross Blue Shield values our members by giving a 10% discount at the Sabres store. Just show your ID card. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western New York. Healthy changes everything.
All right, now the face-off is back in the Islander zone with 6 minutes remaining in the period. Kartner whacked it off the boards. Tallinder keeps it in. Tallinder takes his shot at the side of the net, and then it caromed up in the air and went out of play. 5:48. That's the time remaining on the clock. Buffalo, a 1-0 lead. 1-0 Buffalo. The Canisius College Student Surge brought to you by the Canisius one-year MBA. Find out more at canisius.edu. Face-off in Islander territory. Konopka is coming out to take it for Buffalo.
Scott's out there. He's talking to Gallant. He's talking to Johnson. Let's see if anything comes out of this.
Well, Scott's got his choice in this team. There's a long shot that's right on, grabbed and held by the goaltender Nilsson. Gallant is the one who flattened Cashin in Ottawa with one punch. Matt Cashin is a big boy too. Tallinder leaving it back there. It's fired in wide of the net. Bounces in behind the goal. Scott trying to come up with it. Ristolainen flipped it around in the other direction. Trapped down in the corner by Richmond. He didn't get it out. It's kept in by Buffalo. Back in behind the net. Back out in front. Ristolainen with a shot. And it skitters just wide of the net. Linder keeping it in. Around for Ristolainen again. He'll hold it in there as he bumps with Gallant. Goes to the corner. Recovered and flipped back along the board. Scott shielding off his check. Got it to the blue line. Linder keeping it in. Islanders scooting back after it with Mayfield. Mayfield gets it high in the air, and it's taken down by McBain for Weber. Inside 5 minutes to go here in the opening period. Islanders get it on to center and then deflect it down the ice, so this indeed will be an icing against the Islanders.
Well, this game has been physical. And guys are finishing checks all over the place. You see Ennis come across here with the one early. You got Deslauriers down low finishing a check. Here's Girgensons always finishing his check. And here's the biggest one of the night, right there.
Yes, the chest bump.
The two biggest men on the ice.
It was more like a stomach bump, but it was close. A sunken chest bump. Here's Ennis keeping it in here. Ennis took his shot right in front of the net, dribbled wide. The whack had it beside the goal. Goes to Ennis again. Ennis got it in front. The shot by Stafford, and Nilsson sprawls and makes the save.
Well, the Sabres generating plenty of opportunity. 11 shots to this point. And first of all, you're going to see Tyler Ennis get a great chance. Nice work along the wall, just coming to the net, flipping it short side. And then Drew Stafford getting himself in a soft position in front, taking the shot as he's backing up. He's going to far side at this one, and he's not able to connect. And Marcus Foligno battling in front, inside the blue paint.
Hartner gets it on to center ice. It's dribbled in over the line. Strome chasing after it in the corner, tied up by Weber, and it dribbles around on the board and is picked up by Brock Nelson. He got it behind the net, came out in front and shot just wide. Back to Kartner. Kartner elects to take the shot. Karam's off the glass, goes in behind the net. McBain can't reach it. And Foligno tried to take it away, but it's picked off by Persson. Persson leaves it in the corner, swung around behind the goal to Strome. Strome drops it back. Here's Donovan going in deep. Donovan turning on the wall, still controlling the puck, left it there, now gets it back to the other side to Kartner. Kartner for Donovan, who when he got checked and is broken up and brought back to center ice with a pass up on the wing. Ennis coming in over the line, but play is called and a penalty behind the play.
Yeah, Drew Stafford's going for tripping here. Donovan right at center ice. As he comes across, he's going to get himself in position coming up the wall, but he just catches him with his stick right in the midsection and knocks him down. So the Sabres be killing here with 3:43 left in this first period.
And the Sabres penalty kill brought to you by Napa. Napa has the know-how. Back to the point, right between the 2-point men and into Islander territory with 3:40 remaining on the clock here in the opening period. Donovan brings it to center, and he leaves it there. Islanders will regroup over to Nilsson. He gets in over the line, left it, and it's kept in as it's dropped off again and worked by Strome down low. Strome gets it back again to Donovan at the point, who leaves it to Ryan Strome. He'll send it on to Nilsson in the corner. Back to Donovan. Donovan faked his shot. Got it to Nilsson in front, and it's cleared across ice off escape and chopped away at the last second by Pezic, but not out of the zone. Islanders holding it in with the man advantage. Donovan fires it right beside the net. It came out in front and is deflected back into the corner. Nilsson working back to Donovan, who went over his stick and out to center ice. Half fed ahead. Nilsson bringing it back in again. Comes it across ice, and Knapp got back across to make the save on Anders Lee. Jammed back into the corner. Lee picks it up, loses control of it, and now it's going to be feathered down the ice by Buffalo. Konopka doing some penalty killing for the Sabres with 40 seconds remaining in the power play for the Islanders. Hickey got it up on the wing, and it's flipped in by Hamonic, who gets knocked down, rolled around into the corner again. Toledo reached for it, couldn't control it, comes back to Hickey. Hickey swings it free, and he got it to Nelson. Hickey across ice, a quick shot, blocked in front, the rebound, and that's knocked away, but swung around behind the net, and the Islanders keep it in by getting it back to Hickey with a shot. Kicked off into the corner, Foligno can't get it out. Islanders keeping it in, dropping it back to the point, over to Hickey. Hickey goes in deep. Hickey looking in front of the net. He leaves it there. Islanders keeping it in, cleared across ice again, off the leg, bounces free. Buffalo back at full strength. And out of the penalty box and chasing after it is Stafford. He got a piece of Hickey to bother him, and he never got a good shot away. Now rolled around on the board. Stafford can't get it out though. Hickey keeping it in, whips it across ice. Hamonic shot, that one misses. Comes all the way around to Hickey. He deflected it, the shot fired just wide. Tipped back into the corner again. Stafford going after it. Stafford will slide it for Ristolainen. Slowing things down to Linder. With 1:10 remaining in the period. Martin out in front of the Buffalo net, keeping an eye on Linder, who will come away with a pass on to Hudson. Hudson gains the line, spins it in, and chases in after it. Slap three along the boards by Titchman, and rolls into Nilsson, who will hang on to it. As part of Fan Appreciation Night, fans watching on MSG will have the chance to win prizes throughout the broadcast. You can enter this contest by scanning this unique QR code that is displayed on the screen, or by logging on to sabres.com/fan. You only need to register once to be eligible for the prizes. Register now. The winner of a Zemgus Girgensons autographed jersey will be announced at the end of the first intermission, which is coming up in less than a minute. Over to McBain. He fires it back across ice, and it's cleared back for Weber. Weber sending it off the boards to center. Leno reaches for it. Girgensons brings it in over the line and sends it into Hudson. Hudson leaving it there for Leno. Leno got it out in front, but Girgensons couldn't connect. And the Islanders, Bailey brings it back again by sliding it in over the line. Oh man, they're just letting everything go here. Buffalo should have been penalized there, and now the Islanders bring it back in again. Dribbled in wide of the goal. Weber going after it, bothered from behind, flipped it around on the board, got it into the corner. Bailey comes up with it. He tried to jam it in front of the net as the buzzer ends the period.
Well, RJ, you got to think a good period for the Buffalo Sabres coming out. Connor Knapp's been tested a little bit, only 6 shots, but made some big saves. They're able to get a goal. That's what they wanted to do. They come out, they've been physical, they've won the battles. So you're doing everything you'd expect from this team right now in a difficult game.
Well, Buffalo almost doubling up on the shots on goal in the opening period. 11-6, in fact, were the shots in favor of the Sabres, and the only goal belongs to a man in a Buffalo uniform as well. Jamie McBain makes an end-to-end rush to give the Sabres the 1-0 lead. Nielsen coming to center ice to face off against Hudson. Penalty boxes are empty. But given the tone of this game, perhaps not for long. Linder trying to get away at center, can't do it. Chipped in the other direction. Hudson steals it back, gets in and rips a shot that went off the leg of Hickey and is slipped in just wide of the net by Mitchell. And rolled free in the corner, kept in. Hudson a shot right on. Nilsson kicked it away. And they get it as far as center ice. Mitchell comes over to run into his man, Martin. And it's dropped back to Ristolainen, who gets it up to miss. Oh, it came in front of the net, but over for Linder. Linder turning and looking to get away by sending it up on the wing. Hudson fanned on it, then scooped the backhand in that Hamonic sends back to center ice, and it's brought in over the line. Knocked down and taken away in the corner by Persson. He flipped it behind the net. Stafford gets it back. And they slide it around for Linder. Linder got it up on the wing and off a stick in inside Islander territory, allowing Buffalo to hustle and make a change. Strome brings it back in again. Whoa, a nice move. Strome got it in front of the net, and Stafford coming back, took it away from Titchman. Rolled in behind the net. Strome keeping it in, took his shot, and Knapp will flop on it and hang on to it.
Well, in even games like this, you want to back check, you want to help out, you want to make sure that you're not the one that lets a man go through. And Drew Stafford does that. Comes back here right in the middle of your screen, does a nice job tying up his man and preventing him from getting the shot.
Weber on the wing as far as center ice. Leno couldn't knock it down. It's brought back in over the line by Cizikas. He sends it in wide of the goal. That'll go all the way to the corner. Martin trying to keep it alive, but it comes to Leno again, who punches it around to Weber. Weber getting it up on the wing. That missed everybody, but goes right to the Islander goaltender. And is recovered by Donovan. Donovan steered it behind the net. On it goes now on the wing for McDonald. And out to center ice and fired high and wide by Cizikas.
Now just very simple, basic thing. Standing up at the line, just getting your stick in the shot lane, and you're able to deflect that puck up over the glass. Right here, as Cizikas hits the blue line, two men getting their sticks in that area. Mike Weber right there, putting the puck up over the glass.
McCabe swings it to Scott. Scott drops it back, and then Scott flattens his man, Helmo. And it's sent in deep, and Scott trying to chase after it. Nilsson is out to get it into the corner. Cleared up the middle. Scott chasing after it to keep it in there. Takes a shot, and that comes all the way around on the boards, but is kept in by Pezic. In for Scott again, trying to flip it free. Back to Pezic. Pezic holding it in. Konopka sends it in deep. Was in behind the net, chopped around into the corner, and here's we got a fight going on. Konopka over on the far wall, getting tangled up back there, along with Brent Gallant and Konopka. And Gallant is the one who's been wreaking havoc in his last few games in the NHL. They're largely wrestling at the moment as they duck into the corner. Now Gallant got his arm free to try and get a couple of punches in. They did not connect, at least not so far. And the linesmen stand back and say, go on, get it going. As they wrestle their way in against the boards, and sooner or later are going to get awful, well, plumb tuckered out, as a matter of fact, if they keep wrestling like this. And the linesmen are going to have to come in, and they finally hit the deck. And I'm not sure that either one of them got a punch in, but not for lack of trying, that's for sure.
Yeah, they didn't hit each other very much at all. They did do a lot of wrestling here. But you're going to see it right on the side here. This is Konopka. He's going to step in, knock him down. And right from this point, Konopka gets jump off the ground, and he goes right at Brett Gallant.
Well, they'll sit for the next 5. Second battle of the game. First one came with Justin Johnson and John Scott early in the first period. They kick it free in the circle, and it's tapped on out to center ice. McCabe chasing back after it, bumped by Lee in the corner, spun behind the net, but kept alive by Nielsen. He swings it back to the blue line, a long shot, bounces right into the goal crease, and that'll be held by Knapp for a face-off. You know, all the talk before this game that this was just going to be a walk in the park and nobody wanted to get hurt, and it'd be a no-hitter. Not so.
No, I think the only ones that are taking that attitude out here are the referees, actually. Trying to get it over with and not making any calls, but that's fine.
And again, Knapp covers up beside the net, so they'll drop it again, same spot.
No, I think players realize they have a responsibility not only to their home fans, but fans in visiting buildings when they're on the road. You've got to go out, you've got to perform, and you got to put a show on, and I think that's exactly what these two teams are able to do here so far.
Right?
Yep.
The lineman tried to poke it free in the corner, but it comes back to the point. Hickey winds up, takes a shot, and that one is grabbed and held by Knapp. And he turns around and says, doesn't somebody want the puck? Finally, the linesman, Shuchuk, comes over and takes it.
He's a big man, and when he gets out here and he goes down and he's going to make a quick movement here, you see with his glove, getting it across. That's a big body to move, but it's covering an awful lot of area when it's down like that.
Punched into the corner by Strome. And it'll come to center ice, and trying to get after it is Ennis, who brings it in over the line. Ennis attempted to poke it in front, got it down low into the corner again. Islanders break it up, and Strome slides it through the middle. Taken back by Ristolainen. On for Talinder. Talinder banks it back to Ristolainen. To Talinder again. They got their own game going. Up on the wing it comes to center ice. That's picked off. And the Islanders bring it back in on the stick of Mayfield. In behind the goal, Strome going after it to the point. And a quick shot, and that deflects just wide of the net. Islanders, however, keep it in there again, try to dig after it. Brock Nelson rolled around on the boards, flipped free, and goes with a pass through the middle to Ennis. Ennis in over the line, left it there, fired right on by Stafford. And he picks up the rebound and cleared it in front. Foligno couldn't get his stick on it. And finally, Nilsson grabs a hold and hangs on, and now a little bit of shoving going on, and Karkner and Foligno giving each other the stink eye.
Well, Drew Stafford had a great opportunity. Point blank, and he's trying to go top shelf right here. He's trying to beat him above the glove, over the shoulder. But he's such a big guy, you see him just get himself in that position, catches that puck right up in the neck, shoulder area to make the save. A lot of these guys are so big as goaltenders. They're on their knees. Their body's still at the top of the bar.
Weber got it up on the wing, and it's deflected in by Conacher. Islanders a chance to bring it out, but Conacher stops that with some help from Leno. And finally, it squirts free and in over the line, and here's Martin charging in after it. Takes his shot right on. Net kicked it away. Buffalo starting back with Delorier straight down the ice. Delorier whips a shot that goes wide. Leno keeping it alive, tipped it around on the boards. Delorier pumping with Cizikas. Leno stealing it back again. He's shoved from behind into the wall by Donovan. And he didn't appreciate that much and came back and gave Donovan a whack. Delorier couldn't get his shot away. And it rolls across ice. Buffalo trying to make a change here as it comes to center. Conacher flipped it in over the Islander line. Cleared right back out again, but picked up by Scott. Scott deals it across ice for Ellis. Ellis cutting around. Got it right in the goal crease. And Nilsson will cover up. And now Conacher gets wrapped by Karkner, and Scott says, I don't think that's too good. He's half your size, and the linesmen immediately get between the two of them.
And Kartner's going to the box here. The referee's making this call. You see Seven Kartner just punches Corey Conacher right in the face. John steps in, but maybe you should have given him a shot back.
Not sure that he saw the punch, though.
No, I don't think he did.
He was facing the goaltender when that occurred. Well, Buffalo with a 1-0 lead, trying to stretch it here with the man advantage. Ennis swings it in deep into the corner, gets it right back again. Came in front of the net, but it comes all the way out and down the ice. Ristolainen sliding back after it. Over 5 minutes into this second period. Ristolainen's pass deflected in by Hudson. Hudson digs it free and sends it back to Conacher. To Hudson again. Hudson at close quarters trying to keep it alive, and he does. Hudson trying to roll it in front, took a shot, and that got blocked and rolled around on the boards again and whipped off the boards and all the way down the ice. Both teams will change up with 1:12 to go in the penalty. Away goes Ristolainen. Ristolainen getting in over the line. He sends it in deep, and he chases in after it, bumping behind the net with Chickman. Tipped around on the wall, and that ends up back in the Buffalo end. Inside a minute to go on the power play. McBain with the only goal of the game gets it ahead. Delorier working it in over the line. Tapped it around behind the net. Jurgensen gets in there, tried to knock it free, but it's intercepted and slapped right back down again. McBain back to collect it for Buffalo. He'll get it to Leno at center. Leno working it in over the line. Yeah, in for Delorier. Delorier jammed it behind the net. Kept in by McBain, but he lost his balance. And it's brought out to center by Martin. Martin brings it in with a shot that ends up going on into the corner. And is slapped back out through center ice and into Islander territory. Ellis, the first one down there after it. But he can't control it, and the Islanders will tip it back down the ice as their penalty expires. Weber for Buffalo. Weber sending it on for McCabe. His pass through the middle to Foligno. Foligno works his way into the corner. Cleared it in front of the net. They score! Matt Ellis was there to tip it in. And Buffalo takes a 2-0 lead.
And he does it on the backhand. And you just love to see guys, when they work hard, get rewarded once again. Matty Ellis getting his 4th goal of this year by going to the net, stick on the ice, but never takes his eye off the puck. He knows exactly where the puck is at all times, and Marcus just lays it perfectly across for him, and he's able to chip it by Nielsen's blocker arm. Once again, just inside the post.
Came just after the Islanders returned to full strength. Pass across ice, but Kalinder's going to have to track it down in the corner. Swings it around behind the net, and it goes all the way to center. Donovan feeds it off the boards. Whipped right back in again by Persson. Knapp got it to the corner. The pass up the middle does not connect. It'll result in an icing against Buffalo.
Well, RJ, Jake McCabe gets his first NHL point on Matt Ellis's goal there, so once again, I'd like to congratulate him for getting on the board. The start of a great NHL career.
Yeah, and we also found out that there was a goaltender making with an assist in his first start. And that was Chad Johnson of the New York Rangers, who did it in 2010. So perhaps Connor Knapp is number 2. In the corner, the puck picked up by Ristolainen, who got it around behind the net. Up it comes to Scott, who fires it across ice. Pass to Ennis, getting it in over the line. And Stafford digs it free in the corner. He tried to get it in front, hit a skate. It's tapped back in behind the net. Picked up by Bailey. Bailey looking to get it out of his own end. He gains center and rolls it in over the line. Islanders trying to put some pressure on. It comes back across to Hamonic. Hamonic wheels it across ice, kept in by Hickey. Hickey feeds it free to Nielsen. He sends it to Hamonic. Hamonic got it into the slot, but no shot. And Lee leaves it there to Hamonic again. Hamonic clearing into the corner as he got flattened by Scott. Nielsen got it in front of the net. It's chopped just wide by Lee. And it comes back to the point. Islanders now turn to put some pressure on with Hickey. Working it over to Hamonic. Hamonic tried to clear it in front, but it's stolen away. And back comes Ennis, 2-on-1. Ennis getting it over the line with Stafford. And the pass deflected in front of the net. And Stafford couldn't chip it in. Ennis knocked it free to Stafford. Sends it back into the corner. Ennis up with it again. Ennis drifting around, still with the puck. He still got it as he digs on into the corner. Ducks away, backhand, shot it just wide. Down for McCabe, who keeps it in there. Islanders Hickey finally comes up with it and banks it off the boards, but not out. Delorier holding it in. Out it goes to Leno in the corner. Leno takes a look. He takes a shot. That's knocked down. Rebound right in front of the net. Leno's got it again. Back out in front. Left for Billy Leno once more. Leno buzzing around, doesn't shoot. He goes around behind the net, kicks it up onto a stick. Leno leaving it there to McCabe, who got it in for Delorier. Delorier for Leno once more. Leno swinging it back to the point. Pezic across to McCabe to Pezic. Pezic winds up. Leno, one-timer. Didn't get through. And it's clear to the blue line and out going. Knocked down at the line. Sabres keeping it in. Hickey going after it. He gets hit by Leno. And it's rolled around on the boards and sent high in the air to center. Taken back by Buffalo with a long pass up on the wing to Leno. Leno getting it over the line. Leno looking for a trailer, tried to drop it off. Gets it back over on the side. Buffalo keeping it in to Ristolainen. Ristolainen back for Leno again. Leno trying to roll it along the boards and finally comes to center, and Tallinder is back quickly to get it up on the wing to Hudson, who jams it free and over the line. Girgensons played it in front of the net, but it didn't get as far as the intended receiver Mitchell, and is brought back by the Islanders Cizikas. He spun out and goes down. Girgensson steps into McDonald. Islanders try to get it in front of the net, and it rolls back into the corner again. Back to the point. Islanders keeping it in. Tipped in behind the goal by McDonald. Recovered at least momentarily by Buffalo as Tallinder will get it behind the net and around to McBain. McBain slapped it to the blue line. And it's chipped out to center ice and fired right back in again by Chuchman. Less than 9 minutes to go here in the second period. Jurgensons cannot get away, knocks down his man. The puck is along the boards and is flipped free and kept in by the Islanders. Turning in the corner after it is Nelson. Back to the point. Long shot. Caroms wide of the net. Worked around on the corner boards again. Tallinder's still out there. He can't get off the ice. Kartner sliding it across ice. And the shot went off the leg and goes back into the Buffalo corner, but is recovered by Persson. And now it'll deflect and go out of play. And I know one guy who's saying, thank goodness, and that's Hank Tallinder, who's been out there darn near forever. 2-0. Buffalo has the lead here in the second period.
Sabres lead the Islanders 2-0, 8:19 left in the second period. Our New York Lotto inside the numbers. The Sabres leader, Tyler Ennis, 21 goals. Christian Ehrhoff, 27 assists. And Cody Hodgson, 44 points.
A little over 8 minutes remaining here in the second period. Puck rolled back to the point, kept in with Donovan's shot that goes wide of the net. Scott trying to jam it out, but Kartner got in the way. Now Pezic swings it off the boards. Kartner got it to center. Islanders try to tip it back in again. And it rolls into the corner with Justin Johnson goes after it. Comes back to the point. Worked across to Kartner with a screen shot. That didn't get through. It hit Johnson, and that's Smarty. Pezic sending it up on the wing for McCabe, trying to get away, and he flipped in a backhand. And tapped around on the boards and brought back again by the Islanders' Holmo. Holmo takes a shot, and that one's going to end up going out of play. Well, as part of Fan Appreciation Night, fans watching on MSG have the chance to win prizes throughout the broadcast. You enter the contest by scanning a unique QR code that is displayed on the screen or by logging on to sabres.com/fan. You only need to register once to be eligible for the prizes. Register now. The winner of an HD TV from Stereo Advantage will be announced at the end of the second intermission. Ennis. Bringing it in over the line. Got it on along the boards to Stafford, who hooked it around behind the net. Went all the way to the corner to Nielsen. Nielsen comes up with the puck once more and taps it up on the wing. Brought back by Bailey. Bailey in over the line. He gets checked, but he gets it back again. Bailey left it at the point, and a screen shot caromed off a skate. Another whack at it hit the side of the net. Islanders trying to keep it going again, but it's finally recovered by Buffalo and taken away in the corner and picked up by Polino. Polino got as far as his own line, but gets checked, and it was called on an offside because the Islanders were changing at the time, and the doors inside the blue line. 2-0, Buffalo with the lead.
Well, the Sabres here generated 18 shots at this point. Long Island, the Islanders have not got a shot in almost 9 minutes of play here in the second period.
Mitchell trying to dig it free and knocks it ahead. Hudson got it out of the air and spins it in deep. And going back after it behind the net, Chuchman. He lost it in the corner. Swung back along the boards. Chuchman took another whack at it. Came to the blue line, but is kept in by Girgensons. Mitchell went flying in there, but couldn't come up with it. Now Tallinder stepped into his man, Cizikas, and it goes down the ice where Ristolainen takes it back. And fires it all the way to center to Mitchell, on for Tallinder, and now to Girgensons in full speed. Gets in over the line, Ristolainen, a shot, and that caroms wide of the net. Islanders bringing it back again by getting it to center, and Martin taps it in and chases in after it. Knapp comes out to play it into the corner to Ristolainen, who got nailed along the wall by Martin. Flip back into the corner again. Nelson trying to dig it free. He gets it to Kartner. Kartner will hold it in by sending it across ice. Back to Strome, taking the shot. Knapp makes the save, and he covers up on the rebound. And a little extra shoving going on to put a capper on it in front of the net. 2-0. Buffalo has the lead. The official copier company of the Buffalo Sabres, Toshiba Business Solution, your leader in document management.
Well, Connor Knapp looking very good in his first start. in the NHL. You see him, he's up, he's down. He's not getting caught down, but he's making the initial save. He's getting back up, getting himself in position, ready for the next. He's out on top of the blue paint, challenging every time, and he's just not giving up a whole lot. He's left a couple rebounds, but he's got some good help by his D, coming back and retrieving them.
Islanders can't keep it in as it was, faceoff was won by Nelson, but it went all the way to center ice. Now chopped off the boards to the Buffalo line. Nelson gets stood up, goes after it again, trying to come up with the puck, rolls to the blue line, Kartner keeping it in. Tipped it on into the corner, jammed behind the net by Pearson. And the Sabres trying to come up with it and finally flipping it ahead and into Islander territory. No icing as Kartner chases back after it. Kartner getting away from Leno. Kept in there by Conacher to Leno. Leno trying to clear it in front. He did. Right in front of the net. The shot right on. And Nilsson made the save and it squirts free and is picked up by Nelson. And Delorier, meanwhile, exchanging blows in behind the play. And there's a penalty coming. Well, wait a minute. Is there more than one penalty? Because the Islanders had the puck.
Yeah, Kartner's getting a penalty, but he's hurt. And he's got his glove off, and he's gone to the bench, and he's holding that right hand.
No, they announced the penalty was to Buffalo, and it's going to be Delorier's going.
There they are, battling on the side of the net. You don't really see, he comes in, Kartner just crushes him from behind right here. Delorier grabs him in the headlock, but Kartner must have got his hand caught, his wrist caught in the jerseys when he's coming around. And right here, nice down low, just taking the puck to the net.
Knapp comes up with a big save on the faceoff, and it's cleared out to center ice. So Delorier's in the penalty box. With 4.5 to go in the period. McBain gets taken out in the corner, kept in there by Nielsen, back to the point, over to Donovan. Donovan hangs onto it and sends it in down low. Back to Bailey, to Donovan, leaves it for Bailey. Bailey screen shot, and he ripped it high and wide and around on the glass. Worked across to Bailey again. Bailey hangs onto the puck. Drifting in along the boards now, goes into the circle, dumped it around behind the net and gets it right back again. Josh Bailey leaving it in the corner. Taken away in there by the Sabres, jumps up in the air, and Girgensons races over after it and gets it out of the zone. Islanders recovering with a little over a minute remaining in the penalty. They'll bring it back into the Buffalo end. Tip free in front of the net, swung back to Bailey. Bailey wheels it across ice, deflected by McBain, but kept in there by the Islanders. They'll send it down low in the corner to Lee. Anders Lee looking out in front. Back to the point it comes. Donovan keeping it in, works it over to Bailey. Bailey, top of the circle, took a shot, deflected just wide of the net. Nielsen tried to get it in the goal crease, and they score! Finally deflected into the net, and the Islanders, after a mad scramble in front of the net, get on the board on the power play.
Yeah, Anders Lees, I think, is going to be credited with this goal. And this puck, I think, pops up from behind the net and right over. I don't think anybody really knew where it was. Josh Bailey throws this puck down. It goes behind the net. Weber's battling in the backside with him. And right there, it comes over the back of the net, lands in front. Everybody's looking, and 27 Lee. Just watch him as this puck hits the ground. He's able to reach in past Drew Stafford and put it between the legs of Connor Knapp right there.
So that halves the margin. Buffalo up 2-1. Pass to Hamonic. Hamonic will send it through center, deflected in over the line. It was a delayed offside, but cleared back for Ennis. Ennis takes a shot, and that's going to go off the stick of Hamonic and way out of play. As part of Fan Appreciation Night, fans watching on MSG have the chance to win prizes throughout the broadcast. You can enter the contest by scanning this unique QR code that is displayed on the screen or by logging on to sabres.com/fan. You only need to register once to be eligible for the prizes. Register now. The winner of an HD TV from Stereo Advantage will be announced at the end of the second intermission. On the face-off, Islanders get a hold of it and roll it out to center ice. Chipped off the boards by Ristolainen. To Stafford, on to Ennis. Ennis takes a shot right on the rebound, right in front of the net. Stafford catches up with it again. Stafford trying to duck away along the wall, but he got checked, and it's brought back by the Islanders through center ice. McDonald drops it back. Martin's shot, and cleared off the boards into the corner again. Up on the wing it comes to Foligno, trying to turn it into a 3-on-2 by leaving it to Ennis. Ennis swings it in deep. Ennis chases after it, turns in the corner, check from behind, and Martin will get it on to center and roll it down into the Buffalo end. No icing. Turning in the corner and taking it away, McCabe gets it up on the wing. All the way to center ice. Konopka couldn't control it. Islanders trying to bring it back in again, but losing the puck, and it's fed high in the air and down the ice. Scott chasing after it. Scott can't get there ahead of Chutchman. Scott going after it again. He swings it back to the point, but it went to center ice. Pezic is there to give it to McCabe. Islanders a chance to bring it back in again, and a shot right on, and Knapp makes the save. He wasn't sure where it was, but he had it on the shot from Brock Nelson.
Yeah, and when he pinched it between his arm and his body, and when he fell back, it fell out. So he did not have very good control of it, but he had it long enough for the whistle. They come down, Nilsson takes his shot right here, he pinches it. And as the whistle goes, he leans back. The puck just falls right out.
Long shot, deflects in wide of the net, goes into the corner, and is picked up there by Lee. Lee tipping it back to the point. Donovan holds it in, gets it into the corner again for Nielsen. He takes a bump on the wall from Hudson. Hudson trying to dig it free, but it's still tied up along the boards. Weber digging away at it. They're all pushing and shoving in there. Lee lost control of it. Hudson can't get it out. Islanders keep it in and work it across ice. It comes in front and shot wide on the backhand. Hit back in the corner to Bailey, who clears it across to Donovan with a shot. That turned around behind the net and is rolled around to the boards, but not out. Kirkner keeping it in, and now it goes all the way to center ice with a minute remaining here in the second period.
1 minute remaining in the period.
McBain for Girgensons. He gets it on to Delorier. Delorier will send it in deep, too far for Conacher, who charges in after it and bumps with Hickey. Sent off the boards as far as center ice. Broken up by Delorier. Hickey and Conacher right on him. Delorier charges in there to try and roll it around behind the net. Hickey somehow got it back and cleared it up in the wing and all the way out through center. That'll be taken away by Talinder, who gave it to Leno for Talinder again. 20 seconds to go in the period. On to Delorier. He worked it ahead. Islanders stole it away now by Delorier. Takes a shot right on. That's kicked away by Nilsson into the corner. Delorier keeping it in by trying to bounce it back along the boards, but it comes back out to center ice again. And now is recovered by the Islanders, and they'll just flip it down the ice right on Connor Knapp as the period comes to an end.
Well, the Sabres continue to go. They're generating 10 shots, sitting themselves at 21. Islanders 8 at 15. But once again, I just think the Sabres took the play a little bit. They won some battles down low. They continued to develop some good opportunities. They got one, they gave one, but still pretty good period.
So in the final game of the season for both these teams, the Islanders and the Sabres, the hometown team has the lead of 2-1 at the end of a pair of periods of play in a spirited battle from downtown Buffalo, New York.
Sabres hockey is brought to you by Northtown, the official automobile dealer of the Buffalo Sabres. That's sharing the road to the nth degree. Trusted for over 50 years, Cellino & Barnes is Western New York's largest personal injury firm. The Gates Vascular Institute, building a healthier future. Integrity Office, supplying solutions to all your business needs. Weiser's Whiskey, welcome to the Weiserhood. And by Kia. To learn more, visit BuffaloKiaDealers.com.
Jamie McBain from Connor Knapp, the only goal in period number 1. In the second, Marcus Foligno has been terrific today, and that feed to Matt Ellis delivers Matt's 4th of the year. Sabres up by 2 until a power play opportunity, 16:37. Anders Lee has his 8th of the year. Nielsen and Bailey set it up, cutting the deficit in half for New York. Your Vein Treatment Center summary. Visit them online at veins.com. Buffalo leading 2-1. Scoring chances are just about even as the Islanders really had a good push in the back half of that second period. The hits, and it's been a physical one, are in New York's favor right now, and obviously they've had a little bit of an edge when it comes to the special teams. But Connor Knapp, in his first NHL start, has also picked up his first NHL point. Kathleen Ferraro has already won a Zemgus Girgensons autographed jersey, and our winner of the 42-inch HD TV from Stereo Advantage is Rick Reed. Congratulations, Rick. Stay tuned and make sure you are registered. We'll be giving away the grand prize, season tickets to next season, at the end of the Lexus postgame report. Lots of positive reaction coming in, and congrats and all the best to Mike Robitaille on Twitter. We'll be getting to that in our Lexus postgame report as well as a big video send-off to Mike. We can tell you this, the Amherst right now are in a tie game in the third against Lake Erie. Should they win today with Mark Guggenberger in goal, they will clinch an AHL playoff spot. We'll see you next on the Lexus postgame report. Here's RJ and Razor.
So the face-off will be at center ice. Of course it will, because this is the opening of the final regulation period to be played in Buffalo, New York this season. Hickey tipping it off the glass, getting it to center. Mitchell slapped it in the other direction, but he did it with his glove, and his teammate picked it up, so they'll whistle it down. And drop it just outside the Buffalo blue line. Nielsen tips it across ice. It's jammed ahead, but Tallinder broke it up and can't get it. Bailey bringing it in. A backhand as Lee took the shot and scored, and his second of the night to tie the game at 2.
Well, very simple play right at the line. Josh Bailey picks off this puck, and he just feeds Lee driving through, and just a backhand shot. And it just catches him right over his pad, just past his blocker, inside the far post. And we always say backhand shot, especially when you're moving, is the hardest shot to judge.
Ennis around behind the net, whipped it up on the wing. Cleared back to center for Pezic, steering it on to Stafford. Tried to get it back to Pezic, but it's worked back out to center ice. Over quickly is McCabe to send it in. On it goes to Thomas Hickey. He got it up on the wing. Ooh, and McCabe almost got away. Now flip back in the other direction again. Both teams trying to change here. It deflects to center, is knocked down. Stafford rolled it ahead. Brought in over the line by Leno. Leno cutting in, took the shot, and fired it over top of the net. Comes around on the boards and brought back by Pearson. Pearson drops it off. Cleared into the corner, but broken up by Weber. And his pass does not connect. It will be an icing.
Assist number 12, Josh Bailey, and 51, Franz Nielsen.
Nice job by Mike Weber, just backing up. And as the man's coming at him with the puck, he just dropped his shoulder into him. Bumps him off the puck, picks it up, and tries to move it down the ice. Or up the ice, and it goes all the way down.
Kartner with a long shot. It goes right to Stafford. Stafford will get on to center and whip it in deep. That'll be tipped into the corner, kicked around behind the net by Delorier. Banked off the boards and out to the neutral zone again. Leno tried to dig it free there. Conacher did momentarily. And finally it rolls back to Kartner, who works it over to Donovan. Up on the wing and dumped in by Brock Nelson. Weber feeding one high over top of the net, goes to the corner, chipped around on the boards. Leno keeping it in there. Leno lost his balance, but comes up with the puck again with a backhand. It's grabbed by Nilsson. And now some shoving going on in front of the net, and Delorier's triple teamed in there. And now Delorier trying to get free along with Mayfield. And the linesmen don't want to let them go.
Yeah, Mayfield's upset.
Upset, he had two teammates with him.
That's right. And he was all over Nick Delorier, but just before that, Billy Leno with the puck just throws the puck on the backhand to the net. Nielsen makes the save. And right here, not much happens other than Nick Delorier just giving a shot back to Mayfield as he's coming to the net. Gives him a little push. Down he goes. And then everybody just
Well, yeah, that was
all over.
that was really fair. Mayfield and Delorier will both go. This with 17:57 left on the clock here in the third. So with both teams playing shorthanded, Islanders, Churchman back in his own end.
Mayfield and Delorier.
He finally slips it over to Donovan. He'll take his time and give it to Churchman. Gaining the Buffalo line and over. Goes into the corner and gets shoved off the play. Bounces up in the air, recovered and tapped ahead by Girgensons for Hodgson. Hodgson in over the line, took a shot, and that went over top of the net. And is fed all the way around to Nielsen, who drops it back to Bailey. Bailey brings it in over the blue line, trying to cut in front of the net, broken up, jumps up in the air, kept in by Donovan. And they work it around behind the Buffalo net again, trying to wrap it out in front. The shot went off a leg and is taken away by Girgensons. Girgensons getting to center. He loses control of it. Hickey brings it back in over the line. He left it there, and a quick shot is off a leg and goes wide of the net after Brock Nelson let it go. Peasant. He got it to center, but that's intercepted. Hickey takes it back again. And then accepts a return pass, and it's brought back in over the line by the Islanders, and a shot going high in the air from the stick of Nelson that goes out of play.
Now the Sabres here in this third period sort of sitting back in the defensive zone, just giving a little too much room. Offensive zone, they got some good push. They got good penetration, but on the backside here, just sort of allowing the Islanders to hang on to the puck a little too much, just skating, getting themselves a pretty decent scoring opportunity.
Hamonic slides it through the middle. It's brought in over the line by Cizikas. Back to Hamonic again with a backhand. That goes wide of the net. It was taken away by McBain, who whips it around to Weber. For McBain. McBain ducks away behind the net to shake Cizikas. Pass comes as far as center. Weber left it there. And it rolls to an open wing. Recovered by Mitchell. Mitchell retreating in his own end. McBain. And now we got another battle. Here they go. Delorier and Mayfield stepped out of the penalty box and said, let's get it on. They just got out of the box and said they want to go again, and they do. And Delorier, a thundering punch, and he hammers away again. Delorier, oh, they got to stop this. They got to stop this. Get in there, for Pete's sake, before the kid gets hurt.
Wow.
Well, Delorier soundly won that one.
Well, that was good to see. That was real good to see. Coming out of the box, these two men talked while they were in the box. They stepped out, and they knew exactly what to do.
But it was terribly one-sided. I'm surprised the officials didn't get in earlier.
Well, I think the case is Mayfield stand up. He didn't go down. He stayed in there.
He did that.
Yeah, he stood in there, and he was taking it until they think that he's in a vulnerable position. They're not going to step in, and both these guys were throwing some good ones. But man, did Dick Delorier catch him with a couple dandies.
Well, they'll certainly earn the 5 that they're undoubtedly getting.
Penalties, New York, Scott Mayfield.
Stalainen got it around on the boards, but it comes back to the point. Kartner keeping it in. And now flipped up in the air by Stafford through center ice in a 2-2 tie. Over 4 minutes into the third period. Donovan going back after it for the Islanders. Bringing it on to center. Brought in over the line by Kartner. Squeezed out by Ristolainen. Ristolainen chops it around on the wall. Stafford starting back. His pass to center. Ennis couldn't get away. Goes back after it again. Ennis up ahead for Stafford. Stafford in over the Islander line. Ducks around to the outside to get away from Kartner. He put it right through the goal crease. Talinder moves it in deep. Got it behind the net. Backhand, and that goes wide. Talinder after it again to keep it in there. Spins it around for Foligno. Foligno whipping it back for Pezic. Pezic on to Foligno again. Foligno into the shooting lane, but he gets it over to Talinder, back to Foligno, and it's intercepted and brought by Bailey in the other direction. Bailey tried to cut in, and Pezic took it away from him. Bailey's got it again, out in front of the net. Nielsen shot right on, and Knapp will hang on to it.
Well, Mark Pezic doing a nice job on the backside here. Turnover. Talinder, Foligno, miscommunication there, but Pezic gets himself back. He's aggressive. He stays forward right here because he's able to keep up. And just as Bailey tries to make the move, he just calmly steps in, pokes the puck away.
There's a long shot that goes wide of the Buffalo net. And it is tapped off the boards, but not out. Slapped back into the corner again. Islanders holding it in, getting it back to the blue line. Long shot, misses up Trichman's stick. And it is cleared, and finally out to center ice. Trichman coming up with it. He whips it right back in. Knapp steered that off into the corner. Lee goes charging in there, but it's fed behind the net for Pezic. Pezic pulls away from Lee, who has both Islander goals. And Buffalo will get it in deep, and Nielsen comes out to play it around in the boards. Getting it on to Martin at center. He feeds it on for Cizikas. Cizikas cleared it in front of the net, went all the way to the corner. McDonald couldn't come up with it. Mitchell coming back. Mitchell trying to get away, and he got held up momentarily. Fed back through center ice again. Brought in by Cizikas. Cizikas takes a shot that's going to carry him wide of the net. Knapp missed it behind the net. He reached back for it. And the Islanders keep it in there by McDonald flipping it. That's broken up and cleared up on the wing. On to center and rolled ahead by Girgensons. But taken back by the Islanders again. Flipped it back in behind the goal. Pass comes through center and down the ice. It deflected. Knapp tapped it back into the corner for McBain. Talinder up on the wing and deflected in by Hudson. Conacher tried to race in there after it, but the goaltender played it around on the boards. It goes to center ice. Flipped right back in again. Leno tried to steal it away. And it's flipped back inside the Buffalo line with Ristolainen hustling back after it. He'll leave it in the corner. It's tapped around on the wall, but not out. Talinder scooping it around on the board to Foligno. Foligno scooped it free, and now it comes to Leno. Leno in over the Islander line. He'll slide it in deep. Anders Nilsson, the goaltender, got it around on the boards. Leno keeping it in. Kartner to the other side, but McCabe keeps it in. Into the corner to Leno again. Leno looking for an up and man. Leno controlling the puck, goes back into the corner. Slides it around behind the net, gets it right back from Conacher. Leno still has the puck, still got it. And he drops it off and tried to clear it, and it goes right up on the air, right back onto his stick. Leno still got it in the corner. Here's Leno ducking away again. Dragging the puck back to the point, and Conacher couldn't take it out of the air. He slipped it around on the boards, and finally it's dribbled down the ice into the Buffalo end, but it's far enough for an icing. And the Islanders are in a bit of doo-doo now because they are plumb tuckered out.
For the team to get the best possible result, it requires hard work, talent, and passion.
Let our team at Cellino Barnes help you get the best possible result.
Stafford will come in on the face-off and take it against Nelson. And it's sent off the boards down the ice, and this is coming right back again on another icing. This is the Islanders team featuring Nelson, and Nielsen.
Try to keep it straight.
Oh, I've got it straight.
You're doing a heck of a job.
The trouble is they all sound the same. That's the problem. Stafford wins the draw, but it goes all the way down the ice, and here's a race for it now. Weber has to come back to get in front of his man, Strome. Strome then gave it away to Stafford. Stafford steps out with a pass on to Scott. Scott slaps it in deep. And tipped around on the boards, kept in by McBain. Back behind the net, and Stafford had to jump away from him, but Scott keeps it in there. Back to the point, long shot, fired wide of the net. McBain moves up. McBain trying to get it to Stafford. It's picked off behind the net. Nielsen flipped it out in front. And the Islanders will bring it back with Hamonic sending it high in the air. And down into the corner. McBain chipped it behind the net, and it's rolled into the corner for Ennis. Ennis got it up on the wing and out to center. Too far for Stafford. Jumped back in again. Islanders making a change. And Tallinder starts away. Pass to Hudson. Hudson gaining the line, getting around Kirkner, flipping it across ice with a shot right on. Nielsen kicked out away. The rebound came right in front of the net, but is covered up. And we'll have a face-off with 10.5 to go in the third period. And a 2-2 tie. I recall Tyler Ennis getting a Karuba collision earlier this season. Well, he waited until the last game of the season to get another one, and it is a dandy. As Chichman lost the puck, and guess what he got? He got the shoulder of Ennis, who punched him along the boards. Make the right decision, insist on Karuba collision. The official collision repair centers of the Buffalo Sabres. Hodgson winning the draw. Mitchell got it in front. Girgensson couldn't get the shot away. Tallinder under Ristolainen with a shot, and Nelson kicked that to the side. Tallinder holding it in. Rolled it on into the corner. Tallinder's got it back again. Quickly blocked across ice. Ristolainen the plus, he scores! Torrey Mitchell's in front of the net. Got a piece of it, and Buffalo gets back in the lead.
Well, it's a night of firsts. That's Torrey Mitchell's first point as a Sabre. And he's a pretty happy guy coming by the bench here. You just see him getting himself in front. Ristolainen just takes that shot. And it's just redirected by Torrey Mitchell right there. 17 in the high slot. That puck goes 5-hole on Nielsen. And the Sabres are up 3-2 here with 10 minutes left in this third period.
Delorier lost it. Came in front of the net. Knapp with a save by Knapp. And that came just that close on John Pearson to tying it up.
Now Connor Knapp, when he gets down, he can cover an awful lot of ground. And you see him down on the ground an awful lot. He likes tucking to that post when the puck's coming out of the corner. He likes to be down on his knees tucking the post. And then when the puck comes across, he's able to lunge or get his stick out to prevent it from coming across, or to check the guy with the puck that is coming to the front of the net.
Halfway through the third period, Weber got it around the boards to Scott. Slides it all the way across ice. Bain flips it on into the corner, but it's icing against Buffalo.
You see this quite a bit with Connor Knapp, and I know he's only played one in part of a game, but when the puck is in the corner, he likes, watch how he just goes down on his knees and he tucks himself to the post. See it right there, and he just tries to get his body tight to the post so they can't go short side. He thinks he can stop it if it's going to go up top, but it finds it so much easier that he can play the man or the puck when it's coming to the front of the net. So many times they look to step out, make that cross-ice play. He's already got his paddle of his stick on the ice that he can block it or deflect it. And also when the man's got the puck and he's going to come to the front of the net, he's big enough that he's able to get the stick out or lunge to make the save. And earlier, We got a great shot of it when the puck is in the corner. Watch it go down into the corner here, and he's just gonna stay on the ice. Watch. See how he just stays kicked to that post, down on his knees?
Well,
stays there the whole time.
yeah, he just stayed down on his knees this time to make a save right off the faceoff. So they drop it again in the Buffalo end. 9.5 to go in the third period. Nielsen won the face-off. The long shot is kicked away by Knapp and picked up by Stafford, who sends it through center and down wide of the net, and no icing this time. Foligno couldn't catch up with it. Taken back again by Hickey, who ran into his own man. Finally swings it across ice to Nielsen. Nielsen gets turned around but maintains possession. Gets it into the corner to Lee. Lee got it in front, but it went off a skate, and Ennis can't get away. Bailey steals it back. Bailey swinging it to Hamonic, now over on the other side. Donovan dumped it into the corner, picked up by Bailey. Bailey trying to get away, gets knocked down by Kalinder, who takes the puck back and gets it on the wing up to Foligno. Foligno in over the line. Foligno digging in with a backhand, and it's kicked away by Nilsson. And Strome will whack it out to center ice. McCabe is there to take it back again for Buffalo and give it to Pezic. Pezic chased around by Strome. On to McCabe. Cross ice pass for Hudson. Hudson trying to get free at center. He steered it in over the line. It's kicked back in the other direction and recovered by the Islanders with a pass up ahead in over the blue line. And then Mitchell couldn't steal it away. Islanders keeping it in. A shot by Donovan is cleared away back into the corner, but comes right back to Donovan again with a shot. And finally is knocked off a stick and out to center ice. Hudson couldn't get away, and it's dribbled in over the line and knocked right back out again. Mitchell for McCabe, getting it on to Girgensson. Girgensson floated it in front of the net. Hudson lunged at it and knocked it right to the goaltender, who will hang on. And now getting slashed from behind was Girgensson's. Anders Lee has a pair of goals, both the Islander goals in this game, and were it not for Connor Knapp, he would have had another one right in front of the net. Lee with a backhand, and Knapp slaps it off to the side. The Toyota big save of the game. Down to 7:52 remaining on the clock here in the third period. That last skirmish in the Islander zone involving Girgensson, no penalties were handed out. And Hickey will send it high in the air through the middle, but picked off by Weber. Bain slapped it ahead. Delorier will steer it in. Hickey going after it. Conacher couldn't catch up with the puck. Now it's worked ahead and dumped off to Hickey again. Hickey sliding it up on the wing. Martin gets taken out in the corner, around behind the net. Delorier flipped it, didn't get it out of there though, and Leno steals it away. Leno gets nailed by Martin. It's drilled across ice for Weber. Weber onto Delorier, went off his skate in deep. And Hickey slips it up on the wing. Pass coming back again, brought in over the line by Nelson. Brock Nelson goes in deep and squeezed out by Ristolainen. But it's tapped back into the corner. Islanders trying to get it out in front, comes to the blue line and didn't come out of the zone apparently. Islanders keeping it in. Ristolainen wheels it around in the boards. And that's going to be scooped out to center by Kalinder and drilled right back in again. And here's Scott. Now nothing's going to happen, and it's back in behind the net where Ristolainen recovers. Ristolainen with 6.5 to go in the third. On to Scott. He got it out to center ice, but not far enough for Konopka. Churchman sending it across and cleared back to the Buffalo line and over. And the shot is deflected and goes out of play in behind Connor Knapp.
Justin Johnson was on the far side by the penalty box. The play was on the side by the benches, and he made some kind of a sound come out of his mouth, like a howl, to get that puck. I'm still trying to figure out what it was, but he ends up getting the puck and taking the shot, but He was definitely letting his guys know that he was wide open out there.
Chipped in behind the net. McCabe takes it away. Trying to get it to Foligno, but the Islanders managed to keep it in. Rolling it back into the corner. Pezic getting away from the check of Lee. Pezic flipped it around on the boards, and it rolls out through center ice. Foligno getting in over the line and leaves it for Girgensons over to Ennis. Took a shot, and Nilsson makes the save. Islanders bringing it back again with a pass that goes to Bailey. He'll send it in deep. Pezic in the corner doing some shoving in there with Nilsson. Went around behind the net, is flipped up in the air but not out. Now Foligno after it again. Gets away from Martin. Pezic to McCabe. McCabe looking up on the wing, but his pass is picked off and it's brought back in by Cizikas. Cizikas going in around behind the net, trying to get it in front. Pezic broke it up. Flipped back into Martin along the boards. And tipped back in behind the Buffalo net. A shot by Donovan is right on, and Knapp's going to hang on to it. A little over 5 minutes to go in the third, and 3-2 Buffalo.
Now it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. And tonight's Miller time moment in his 42nd year with the Sabres, Mr. Rick Jeanneret just signing his sponsor read card, sending him out to the fans in front of him, just dropping them down on him, saying thank you. Thank you for everything. And RJ, thank you for all your help this year too. Great job.
I enjoyed the season. I just wish it involved a little more winning, Razor.
Next year.
Yep. Will be it. Buffalo winning the draw, and Weber behind the net. Martin got it, and he deflected it. He lost his stick, and it's taken back by Leno, who's going the wrong way. And gives it to Weber. On to center for Hudson. Hudson gaining the line. Tried to drag his shot, and then it's deflected back into the corner in front, and Girgensons ripped it just wide of the net. Now fired out to center, went behind Martin. McBain to Weber. Back for McBain, who had Buffalo's first goal. Picked off at center ice and brought back in by Cizikas. Cizikas charging after it. McBain takes him out in behind the net. They wrestle back there. It goes on into the corner. Held in by Persson. Persson drops it off and taken back by Weber. Weber slides it off the glass and through center and down the ice. Hickey recovering for the Islanders. Back in behind the net. It's bumped up on the wing and deflects across ice. Brock Nelson. He leaves it there. Strome swings it on to Nelson. Nelson tapped it in over the Buffalo line, but it's broken up and flipped back in the other direction, and the pass is just too far for Stafford. Nelson picks it up again and gets in and takes a shot. He scored! Nelson ripped that one into the top corner to tie the game.
And what a shot, Brock Nelson. Just coming across the zone. Inside the blue line, he's got great puck control. He just finds himself, curls and drags his puck. Uses the defenseman as a screen. Ristolainen, and it looks like he got a piece of it. And it just goes off his glove and then straight up. Connor Knapp not able to get the whole glove on that one, and it's tied.
With less than 4 to go in the third period. Girgensons whacked at it, but it slides back to Hickey. Hickey will send it up on the wing. Helped in by Lee. And it's dribbled on for Stafford and out to Ennis. Ennis chips it in and chases in after it. Got held up by Hickey momentarily. Nilsson comes out of the net. Ennis steals it back. Got tripped up. And Foligno in the corner. Swings it back for Pezic. On to Foligno. He let it go around for Ennis. Ennis getting free of Hamonic. Back to Stafford. Into Ennis. Ennis turning in the corner. Ennis still has the puck. He gets away. Comes out in front of the net. Trying to jam it in. And the Islanders pick it up and fire it down the ice. And that's an icing.
Well, the Sabres down low, just taking the puck to the net. Creating some good opportunity.
As part of Fan Appreciation Night, fans watching on MSG have already won a Zemgus Girgensons autographed jersey and an HD TV. There's one prize left. Season tickets for next year. And that'll be given away during the Lexus postgame report. If you haven't entered yet, you can enter the contest by scanning that unique QR code that's displayed on the screen or by logging on to sabres.com/fan. And we've had a timeout taken here, and I missed who took it. And nobody's helping.
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
Well, we know it's either one of two teams have taken a timeout. And I suspect it would be the Islanders because they're the ones who iced the puck.
Well, tonight, 3-3, Connor Knapp making his first NHL start, getting an assist. Jake McCabe, first NHL point is an assist, and 8 different Sabres with a point here so far.
Including Torrey Mitchell with a goal, his first as a Sabre. Puck whipped all the way around on the boards. It's picked up by Bailey, who slides it on to Lee at center. Lee gets in over the line, and he gets filled in by Weber. McBain getting it back to Weber. Weber's pass to Hudson, jumped over his stick, comes to center, picked up in over the line, comes Girgensons into the corner for Hudson. Hudson flooded out in front, all the way back to McBain with a blast, and Nilsson kicked it away. Weber sending it in deep. Girgensons turning behind the net, left it there. Sabres holding it in with Mitchell, flipping it back into the corner again. Came out in front, Mitchell shot right on the rebound, and it's covered up and held by Nilsson. And now we've got Weber and Martin mixing it up back at the blue line. And the linesmen come over to get between them. I don't know where that came from. It was nowhere near the play that was in front of the net.
I think they were just feeling left out. Well, Sabres once again down low, moving their feet, getting the puck to the net. Girgensons in on top, creating some opportunity because of the pressure he's getting. And the puck pops to the front of the net. You see 17 Mitchell right there, taking the shot from the side. But Nilsson tight to the post, nothing late. And you see here Martin. Martin comes out to Weber. And he comes at him first, and he tries to make something happen, trying to get it going. Mike Weber didn't fall into it.
Strange time of game to do it. 2 minutes remaining and a tie. Must have something left over from earlier in the season. Cleared ahead and fire at center ice. Jam along the boards again. Islanders regaining possession. And Donovan swings it across ice. Now brought back in over the line. And flipped by Nelson around to the other side. Tipped back for Karkner. And taken away by Leno. Leno looking for skating room. Bothered from behind, but still has the puck. And brings it on to center. Then he loses control. But the Buffalo Sabres get it back again. Pass in to Conacher. Fitted in front of the net, and Leno couldn't get a stick on it. Conacher had it in his skates and didn't see it. Conacher after it again, but the Islanders take it back. And it's worked to Donovan, who gets to center. Donovan whipping it in. Back behind the net, McCabe takes it away. McCabe gains the Islander line. He feeds it in and charges in after it. McCabe in the corner. It's rolled around on the boards and goes out to center with less than a minute to go in the third. Keswick drilled it right back in. Hamonic flipped it ahead. That'll go to center ice. Ennis breaking it up as he gets all tangled up with Cizikas. And it slides across to Hickey. Leaving it to Bailey, into Hickey. Hickey cutting in front of the net. It's stolen away by Foligno and up to center. Here's Snapper coming back 2-on-1 with Girgensons. Snapper shoots right on, and now Martin goes crashing into the Islander net and darn near wiped out his goaltender.
Yeah, Drew Snapper gets a great opportunity here on the 2-on-1. He does everything right. He tried to take the shot, and Nilsson got a piece of this, and he just deflects it up into the corner. And then you see Martin come flying back into the net on the back check. Bumps off Girgensons into the goalie, into the net.
With 26.5 seconds remaining on the clock. And now we have a team meeting among the officials trying to decide where the faceoff's going to be, and it'll be outside the blue line.
Oh, they're saying the Sabre player knocked Martin into the net.
Weber on to Girgensons. He tried to deflect it in, but it's broken up and brought back now by the Islanders. In over the line, charging out to Cizikas, got it out in front. Martin couldn't connect. Hodgson's pass comes through center. But deflection over the blue line is scooped up in the air. Here's a breakaway now. Martin cutting in on goal, a shot, and he fired it wide of the net as time runs out here in the third period. And now Martin runs into Girgensson after the whistle goes. And there the linesman over again. 3-3. OT. That's what's on the horizon.
Our story recaps the third period. Andres Lee gonna get one on the backhand, far side, just inside the post. And then Torrey Mitchell in front of the net. He's just gonna redirect a Ristolainen shot through the 5-hole. Puts the Sabres up 3-2. And Brock Nelson here in the third, late with the snap wrister. Top shelf to tie it at 3.
So we get ready to go with some 4-on-4 action. And as part of Fan Appreciation Night, fans watching on MSG have already won the Zemgus Girgensons autographed jersey and an HD TV. But there's one prize left. It's a biggie. Season tickets for next year. And that'll be given away during the Lexus postgame report. If you haven't entered yet, you can enter by scanning the QR code, I beg your pardon, that's displayed on the screen, or by logging on to sabres.com/fan. Ennis and Nielsen will take the face-off. And Nielsen taps it back for Hamonic. Takes his time, and it's scooped out to center ice for Hickey. Hickey bringing it in over the line, but Tallinder took it away from him. Tallinder trying to leg it out himself, and he gets to center. And into Islander territory. Tallinder around behind the net, still has it. Tallinder goes to the corner, tipping it back now for Ennis. Ennis looking out in front. Ennis trying to wrap around, and it's cleared back into the corner. Ennis after it again. And Hickey's all over him, and it's picked up by Hamonic, who sends it on for Nielsen. Nielsen leaves it at center ice. Bailey brings it in. Bailey tapped it on into the corner for Donovan. Donovan slides it around behind the net to get it to Chichman on the other side, and the Sabres recover. Linder's waiting back behind his net. He's going to go to the bench when he gets an opportunity. He brings it to center and scoots it ahead. Deflected in by Mitchell and slapped right back out again. Weber stepping off the bench, replacing Tallinder. And he works it ahead for Mitchell. Mitchell scoops it across ice. Leno loses control. Islanders bringing it back again. Strome feeds it across ice. It's dropped back and worked in front of the net and now stolen away, but it comes out in front again and broken up, and Leno comes up with the puck but can't get it out of there. Strome keeping it in. Now Leno gets it back again and leaves it for McBain. McBain on the rush. In over the line. Back to Leno. Leno on his backhand. Cleared it in front. There's Hodgson's pass and not hit a leg. And the Islanders bring it back again, but Hodgson steals it away. Hodgson blocks his shot that goes off the glass. Girgenson's keeping it in there. Back for Hodgson again. Hodgson in behind the net. Still controlling it. Took his shot. Gets it back again. Feeding it on to Girgensons. Girgensons over to Hodgson. Hodgson fires it, and that'll find the glass. Kicked back into the corner. And the Islanders' Hickey comes up with it, but he gets checked by Girgensons, and then he spins it ahead with his glove to Lee. Lee in over the Buffalo line with a shot, and knocked that to the side. Jammed all the way around on the boards. Hamonic holding it in. Stolen back by Buffalo and worked on for McCabe and out to center to Stafford, but it went behind him. Islanders trying to bring it back again, and they do. Getting it in over the line. Cizikas took the shot and it went wide. Rolled back into the corner. Islanders holding it in for Chitzman, and that goes wide of the net. Knocked down and brought out by Stafford. His team is changing, and he gains Islander territory. Stafford trying to cut in, goes around behind the net, still has the puck. Out in front! Ristolainen hit the defenseman as he rattled that one off the leg of Hamonic. And it goes back into Buffalo territory with less than 2 minutes remaining in the overtime. Left for McBain. McBain cuts in and takes his shot, and Nilsson will grab it and hang on to it.
Well, the Islanders came close. They had Connor Knapp out of his net, down. And they weren't able to connect. Right here, you're going to see him come out. He's going to trip way out in the white. And he just kind of flops, trying to get himself back in there. Finally recovers. And the Sabres get the puck, and they're able to move it out of the zone.
And it tipped in behind the net. Donovan after it, slides it around, picked up by Nelson. Brock Nelson brings it on to center and hits the Buffalo line. He digs in along the boards, tapping it back to the point. Strome lost it, and Leno picks it up, but he elects to curl back into his own end. Well, Leno's got it again. Leno coming to Islander territory. Out into the shooting lane, back to McBain. McBain ducks away. Back it comes to Weber, and that'll go just wide. Recovered by Mayfield. He sends it on. And it comes to center ice. Islanders bringing it back in over the line again. It slides all the way into the corner. Strome chasing after it. Flip behind the net with less than a minute to go in the OT. Pass to center for Mitchell. Mitchell brings it in over the blue line. Tried to leave it for Hudson. Hudson's got the puck. Hudson looking, took a shot. Ooh, and he just missed. And it goes all the way out to center ice. Pezic chases after it. The linesman fell. He almost got buried. Back to Pezic once more. Pezic digs in. He goes into the corner. Pezic still controlling the puck. Flips it back along the boards again. Hudson left it there. Oh, and it deflected as Ennis let it go and just missed the net. And cleared out to center ice again to the Buffalo line. Pezic stealing it back. The cap control it. And it deflects and goes to center ice. Buffalo racing back again. Ennis in over the blue line. Brandon called on the offside.
I do not know how Tyler Ennis did not put this puck into the net. On the wraparound, he had the goaltender going to the far side. He just spins around, hits him directly in the bottom of the foot here. He comes off the post, and that puck could have bounced into the net. It could have bounced anywhere other than where it did, right there. Look at how close they came.
So the face-off is outside the Islander line with about 5 seconds left on the clock, and that much time between us and a shootout. Rolled in over the blue line, tipped on into the corner, and charging in after it was Ennis. He fell, and that brings it to the end of regulation and OT. And so, coming up next, shootout.
Welcome back. Islanders 3, Sabres 3, shootout just about upon us. Are you getting the hint, Mike Robitaille, that we don't want this to end for you?
You know, this is fun to watch, isn't it? I mean, it's an absolutely nothing game.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything in the standings. And it's probably one of the most fun games to watch all season long. I mean, everyone's getting their buck worth out of this.
You know what? It's just like last year. You'll remember when Ryan Miller was playing in his 500th game. It was against the same team, and the Islanders came back in the third, got it even. It went to a shootout. Miller ultimately won that, and it had the same type of feel in the sense that people understood what you just said. It didn't mean anything, but it's nice just to sit back and be entertained without worrying about wins and losses sometimes, and that's what it feels like today.
You know what it looks like to me? Like a bunch of kids out in the pond having fun. I mean, they're just freewheeling it out there, but you know, there's been discussions, of course, in the league talking about maybe 3 instead of 4. Now 4 is pretty exciting. What would it be like with 3?
Do you think it would work? Do you think it would work? I mean, obviously 4-on-4
Well, I'd rather see the game won or lost with 3 than in a shootout.
Yeah.
A shootout's so gimmicky, and compared to, at least there's a little bit of science involved with a 3-on-3. So if they went that route, you know, I could live with it.
For what it's worth, Islanders are 8-6 in shootouts this year. Buffalo's 7-4. Last night we saw an overtime in the NHL end on a penalty shot, which is rare. Brian Giunta did that against the New York Rangers, so similar to a shootout. But tonight, ironically, as we're talking, the Amerks are in a shootout. If they get that one more point, they've clinched a playoff spot, which is remarkable given all the player transactions been going on with their club. They've got a kid right now in Mark Guggenberger playing goal today. He's been heroic. He's never played in the AHL before. Emergency grab from the ECHL, his 4th team this year, and here he is on the cusp of getting them into the playoffs. So what do you think we're going to see here coming up?
Oh, listen, who knows at this point? I mean, it's up to the goaltenders. It's always the goaltenders.
Would you be creative as a coach and just give guys that would never normally get a look, or
I'd have
be
a little
hard,
bit of fun at this point.
Be like, you know, lean on your heavy guys to make sure that you try to get the win?
No, I would fall off the wall, be really crazy at this point. This is there's supposed to be a little entertainment in this game.
Last shootout we won here, that we saw won by the Sabres in this building, was decided by Ville Leno. Would you put him early in the shootout?
Oh, I'd put him out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if Buffalo wins in the shootout, he'll probably end up getting that goal. That'll win it for them. I mean, that's just the way it works. You know what happened today, though? I love Delorier, what he did.
Yes.
I mean, he set a tone that they've noticed him now. Something happened, and he let it all out, both hands.
Yep.
Don't worry. That kid, when this next season starts, this is going to make all the difference in the world for this kid as far as stepping up. And here he is right here. And I'll tell you what, he'll go left, right, left. I mean, that kid thought he was caught in the revolving. Left, forget about it. He hit him with so many lefts, he was begging for a right. Then, are you kidding me? Give that kid a contract right now.
You know what your fans are begging for on Twitter today? A riverboat gambler reference.
Well, he's no riverboat gambler. There's some defense in there. Now, you can be a riverboat gambler in this situation. Certainly have a little bit of fun between the legs and everything else and entertain everybody, put a big smile on their face.
Let's go to Rick Jeanneret, Rob Ray for the shootout.
I got a smile on my face. I'm waiting for the... Yeah, I mean, this is incredible. The final game of the season, we're going to a shootout. This season will never end. This is perfect. I don't hear too many people concurring with me.
I agree.
Oh, good.
No.
So Ennis, Hudson, and Leno to shoot for Buffalo. Nielsen, Nelson, and McDonald. And if you thought I forgot about the other Nielsen, it's because he's in goal for the Islanders. And Ennis will be the initial shooter. Here's Ennis, and he shot it over top of the net. He had Nelson down on the ice, but way out of position.
Well, he faked it. When he faked it, he had Nielsen down right here. And as he comes to the side, but he's such a big guy. There's nowhere for him to go.
Franz Nielsen picks up the puck at center, and he comes in on Knapp and takes a shot, and Knapp stands him up and makes the save.
I think he was looking to go 5-hole here. And the young man just right there takes him right up in the knees. There's a big hole there, but he's not able to hit it.
Cody Hudson's turn. He'll try and break this goose egg. As he comes in on Anders Nilsson, takes a shot, and he fired it into Nilsson's pad.
Yeah, Nilsson just stayed right with him, never really bought into anything, just comfortably backing off, getting himself down, keeping his pads on the ice. Right here, he's gonna go down, bang, hit his glove and down.
Brock Nelson to come on now for the Islanders and take the shot, and he scored. Knapp thought that he had it. He did momentarily, but it dribbled off his pad into the net.
Well, Nelson comes in with a ton of speed here, and he catches it with his blocker. He stopped it with his blocker, then it comes back off his blocker, hits his body into the net.
Billy Leno will have to try and tie it up now for Buffalo. Here's Leno coming in on goal, fakes his shot, and trying to drag it behind him, and the game is over, and the Islanders win it in the shootouts.
Well, Billy Leno going down. He's trying to come to the left and throw this puck back and just use his stick to hopefully tap it into the net. See him right here with the fake and throws it back. But once again, such a big man, big goalies. They got long arms, long legs. They cover a tremendous amount of ground when they're laying on the ice and not able to put it in. But overall, good game, RJ. Good effort by this team. We see some emotion, some great fights. These guys went out and left all they had on the ice here today. And it's a lasting impression here for the fans this last game.
And as the balloons stream down from the rafters, many of them containing prizes for the Sabres fans on Sabre Appreciation Day, this season comes to an end. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next year. Let's go to Brian Duff.